Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Hey. Cough. Ga. Sup. Nothing much. It's just the third stream in the new place. But it feels like I still have so much to do. I can't even believe it, Deadbeats. To be honest, it doesn't even feel... How am I still in the middle of moving yet I've done 3 streams? Once you give me internet, I cannot be stopped. It would appear that is how it is. Hi. Hey everyone! How you doing? It's me. Do you guys like, I mean, it's really hard for you to see yourselves as my feet are on you. I just feel sometimes like I need to just go ahead and put my feet up on the chat sometimes. Yeah. And don't worry about the gun, it's just a safety precaution. I've been using it recently as just a bit of safety and security, so don't mind it too much. Don't mind it. Yep. I'm the sheriff. I'm the sheriff after all, so you need to get used to it. Excuse me. Why, Callie? You don't need to know the reason. It's beyond you. Now this is fine. Okay, good to see that some of you have accepted your fate. That's just how it is. So yeah, I have to sometimes just put my feet on you guys. That's just how it goes. Just gonna lay back. I'm in a good mood today. Welcome to the TTRPG recap for MythBreakers. Guys, spoilers will follow. If you guys have not caught up with the playlist, go check it out. It's on my channel. It's on my channel. And you can go watch everyone else's tutorials. If you don't mind so much and you're just here to get the gist, then welcome. We're just gonna be chatting. This is basically a just chatting stream themed around the TTRPG, because we were supposed to have our first session this week, but because I'm moving, it was not gonna be a good situation. So everything just worked out better. What's with that gun? It's full of water. It's a water gun. Everything just worked out better for things to start next week, right? So, but I didn't want you guys to forget all that we'd been through with our favorite characters, right? I wanted to kind of remind you guys about what's been going on, so. Let's see. Na 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 na. Ah yes, this music. This is what I feel like a lot of people have associated with as the main-ish theme for MythBreakers, at least for the beginning. So yeah, it's good to have a recap. Very much agreed. Agreed with that. Yeah, definitely. Good to just remember what we've been through, you guys. Remember what we have seen and experienced, right? Yeah. I'm late. No, you're not late. You made it just in time. So yeah, spoilers will follow, guys. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, because the issue was, in my just chatting streams, I had no ability to really talk about the TTRPG. What's this track called? Rose of May, by Dova Syndrome. Yeah, I couldn't talk about it because, you know, some people hadn't seen it, and I'd come off of finishing, like, a tutorial with someone, and I'd immediately want to talk about it, and I couldn't because, you know, spoilers and whatnot, so, yeah. It's just kind of a rough situation all around, but the good news is, you guys, now we have a very specific, hold on, I'm gonna move things down a little bit, a specific place where we can talk about this stuff. Here, I want to get low, to the window, to the wall, to the sweat, and I'm gonna stop right there. And all these females, oh, skeet, mother F word. Nope. Alright, there we go. But my gun looks a little strange. Just give me a moment to readjust my arms. Sometimes it just detaches, guys. And there's not really a lot that I can do about it. But here we go. Okay, there we go, nice. And we can't forget, I opened up a white wine today. Here. Just to kind of, you know, go against the usual, right? Yeah. Try something new every once in a while, you know? We might as well, right? Might as well try something new every once in a while. Yeah. You guys know that I'm a big red fan. It's the best color, it's the best wine. Alright, now there we go. I feel a lot better now. This is how it was meant to be. Meant to be, you guys. Sometimes you just gotta get the perfect balance. We'll get there. It might take 50 years. Guys, TTRPG. Let's talk. Which one did you like the most? And this is taking everything into account. Not just, this isn't comparing the girls playing, this is comparing the stories and the episodes. I want to hear what you guys liked the most. As a GM, I want to hear. You're not obligated to answer. I am pointing this gun at you, but I mean, it's up to you. I'm seeing a lot of people who like Gura's. I have to agree, that was crazy. I was also very taken aback in a good way with how amazing Gura was at role-playing. A lot of people liking Ina. Let's see, all of them are good. Yule, I see a lot of Yule and Scout. I see some Watson in there. Tiara, okay. So it looks like we're decently well-rounded, guys. Wow, I feel like everyone's kind of got their own favorite depending upon maybe what kind of story you liked, etc., that kind of thing. Yatta. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I mean, I certainly have my own, I guess, ranking of my own personal, like, confidence in how I told the story, etc. But I would say definitely as time went on, I feel like I got a bit more confident with my storytelling skills. Yeah, I would say. They were all great, really. Heck yeah! Thank you! I'm very, very happy that you enjoyed it that much. Scouts played out like a TV show. True facts. True facts. Oh, man. Yule's not half bad too. Agreed. Agreed. They all had their fun parts. Yeah, for sure. For me, let's see. I wouldn't really say... Again, this is a ranking on, like, my storytelling abilities, but I feel like, since I was kind of starting out for the first time in a long time with Kusatori's story, I did feel like I was a bit lost, and there were a lot of things that I wanted to happen, you guys, that didn't happen. This is another fun thing about this little TTRPG chat that we're having right here, is that I'll tell you things that were supposed to happen in an alternate universe. So basically, in Kusatori's tutorial, there was supposed to be a lot more fighting. In fact, I had fleshed out the characters a lot more, just in case Kusatori wanted to do something like take a sneaky approach, right? And like sneak in. I had scripts prepared for all of the characters' conversations with each other. Yeah. For all of their conversations. GM problems. Yeah. This is the pruned timeline. I gave them all names. What did I name them? I think I overwrote the notes because it didn't matter anymore. But I also think, wait, no, I didn't overwrite Kusatori's. No, they're still there because those characters are not dead. No one got killed, so they could become relevant later, so I don't want to tell you their names. I'm not going to tell you, because they could become relevant later. So it's kind of rough, but hold on. Let's see. Ooh, so for the BGM for this stream, I'm just gonna be going through the TTRPG playlist, guys. So it's gonna be a mixed bag. But essentially, since we're here, I will give you a little something. The Phoenix pendant is really important, you guys. I know some people picked up on the fact, ooh, wow, Kusatori's tiara got a phoenix pendant, and Kusatori is a phoenix. What does it mean? What does it mean? Well, if you know some World of Darkness lore, you might get an idea of where it's going. Yeah. But since those characters might, of course, become relevant again, I'm not going to go too deep into it. Essentially, there are some cults involved, and I think I made it pretty clear they were vampires, yes? Yeah. They are vampires, and there's some cultish stuff going on. And Tiara's brother's involvement in being in Egypt has something to do with it. So yeah. A lot of stuff going on there. And essentially, the house that Kusatori infiltrated belongs to a new sect of a cult that is, I don't want to say dead, but not as active anymore. Hence the reason why they have this old abandoned hideout, right? There was supposed to be a lot more fighting going on. And also some sneaking. What I'd hoped that might happen was Kusatori would maybe try and sneak into the house, overhear some of their plans, and overhear something that may allude to, I guess, their connection with her brother, right? That was supposed to be pretty evident from like the beginning, I feel like. But we didn't get there. We didn't get there. Egyptian Phoenix cult, something like that. Essentially, yes. So that was the plan, but didn't quite get around to that. But those were definitely some characters that I had planned. And in fact, Vic, you guys know Vic, the janitor? Vic was never supposed to go on that little journey with Kusatori. Which is why I found it so amusing when Tiara was like, "You will come with me." But it made it quite interesting. Yeah, she played pretty aggressive, but still avoided a fight. Yeah, I was pretty intrigued by that. I mean, it might have been for the better because she wasn't exactly equipped to go against that many vampires at one time. Vic, best boy. We love Vic. Oh man, Vic is such a treasure, really, truly. Yeah. MVP. A lot of people were, I guess, a bit confused, I suppose, as to the relationship between Vic and Tiara, and also Vic and Yule. In that, well, okay, we've already kind of discovered that Vic is just a tad bit of a masochistic one, right? That's what we've already discovered. But yeah, he definitely. I thought there were werewolves. Now you're vampires. Let's see. Almost isekai'd by Truck-kun. Yeah. They have a very different kind of relationship. Vic pretty much immediately was able to forgive Yule for what she did to him. But not so much Kusatori. And that was because Kusatori, from the beginning, kind of seemed to want to throw Vic to the curb. Yeah. He was also probably just pretty hungry for pizza. A girl touching my wrist? Oh. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. I gotta be right back. Hang on. Excuse me for just a moment. Something kind of weird in Thai hands going on. Hang on. Be back in just a moment, but stay jamming to the TTRPG tunes. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on, I'm back. Whoa, excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry about it, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. I got it figured out, Ah, anyway, where were we? We were talking about Kusatori? Oh yeah, about Tiara. Yeah, Tiara's tutorial in Vic. Oh man. What a dude, what a dude. Hey, some of you are saying Vic is like a prince or whatever. Hey, none of that has been revealed yet, okay? Come on now. I mean, you guys can certainly have your theories and whatnot. And I've certainly dropped some hints that, you know, Vic seems quite prince-like and what it's just saying he's a prince and whatnot, but you can't really predict. Listen. Listen, you'll just have to wait and see, okay? You'll just have to wait and see. Dang it. Sorry, only one. I'm not gonna do the other side. I'm learning my lesson. Don't do the other side. Anyway, excuse me. Yeah. So Vic said it himself. It was interesting because Vic has appeared in everyone's tutorial, I think, at least at the very end for Watson's, but we didn't really get them to talk or anything like that. Watoto and Vic, and not at all in Scout's tutorial. And the reason for that, the reason that I didn't include Vic in Scout's tutorial was because I was not going to shoehorn in Vic in the middle of butt F-word nowhere, just to have him in there. I wasn't gonna try and do that. It just wasn't the way to go, you guys. Just didn't feel genuine, didn't feel good, so we didn't. Yeah. Yeah, saw Vic at the end? Is that a fact? Okay. Good choice, Dr. Nice is good enough. Can't wait to talk a little bit about Dr. Nice. Dr. Nice! Yeah. So Tiara's tutorial, I think that was since it was the first one, I was pretty worried about how I was gonna handle combat and whatnot, so I had prepared very heavily for a fight. What I had done actually is I made a document where I gave all the characters involved weapons, very specific weapons. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Because surely it will have changed by now, but I don't think I can open it. That's fine, we'll keep it a secret. But they had some pretty powerful guns, you guys. And I didn't have them go with their full power because you gotta pull back just a little bit, guys. You gotta. I can't kill them right away. We got pretty close with Yule. That's just it's unavoidable. Unavoidable. Okay, so here's an interesting thing that someone says. Plot hole. How is Vic hit by the Ina van and come to work with Tiara at the same time? All right, so let me explain something to you. Do you think that all the sessions are actually in time order? Or could some have happened before others? What if, in fact, Tiara was actually the very last one? Yeah. Yeah. So that's something you gotta remember. Ina is first. See. Sure. I'm sure that you could probably figure it out. I mean, for example, Yule and Watoto arrive at about the same time, right? We don't know about Scout yet because we left off with them driving down the highway. But when Tiara gets to the bar, there's no one outside. I mean, heck, Scout could be the first one to arrive. You never know. You never know. So yeah, I mean, that's basically how the flow went, at least in my mind. Which is why I felt that it was appropriate to bring Vic into the story with Yule at that time. It's not like all of these are taking place on the same night. But the question is, why is Vic a janitor everywhere? Seems kind of sketchy, right? Why would you be a janitor suspiciously at every single place that these people are? And somehow be involved in this mysterious organization involving a bar? Why would you do that? Yeah, a little suspect. A little bit. Looking for something? Being a spy? A little sketchy? I'm assembling a crew. Well, we already met the character, that, looks like J. Chad, who is apparently assembling a crew from the beginning, right? I was thinking of giving that character pink hair to have it kind of be a me stand-in, right? But then I realized that Vic has pink hair, so nah. Vic is Nick Fury confirmed. Maybe Vic is just, I mean, there are a couple different options here. There are a couple different pathways, or different possibilities, rather, you know? Either Vic could be, just an NPC, maybe a sidekick. I don't know. We don't know. At the end of Watoto's tutorial, we met some other characters, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Vic is a self-insert. Vic is you, yes. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. Possibly. All the other girls have characters. I should get a character too. Yeah. I mean, that's basically what I was thinking. I mean, I get several characters. I get many characters because I've created the world, but I wanted one to be kind of a stand-in for your boy, you know? I'm not a vampire, though. I have to admit to that. I guess I could be the ever-present death in the game. Now, that's a little too cruel. I don't want to kill everyone right away. I won't kill them if they earn it. How about that? I'm fair. I won't just kill for the sake of it, or because it's fun, or because I'm on a power trip. I want to hand them death when it is deserved. Yes, that's right. Quite different from the protocol in the real world, so a masochist. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. So am I Vic, Chad, and Dr. Nice? Possibly. Possibly. Who could say? But yeah, I thought Vic and Tiara's dynamic was very interesting. Tiara is a very fun character to play with in-game. I feel like Kiara does a pretty good job, I gotta say. Always very in character and knows how to play the game, I think, for sure. And I think Tiara really kind of found her feet as the, rather found her wings as the story went on. It was cool. It was very cool to see, I gotta say. Yeah. Can't we be NPCs? Sure, if they run into some skeletons. Yeah. Loved that aggression. Kiara was very fun as Tiara. I think that we have a pretty well-rounded cast, and a character that's a little more on the aggressive and proactive side is pretty good to have. I think even if not everyone is super proactive, everyone still did a good job getting into the universe and in character and into the game for Session 0. And Tiara especially did a great job kind of pushing the story forward, and she really kind of, I don't want to say, how do I say? I mean, as a GM, I'm supposed to kind of lead the way, leave breadcrumbs and whatnot, but I feel like she really kind of forged her own path. Yeah. It was nice to see. Oh, another interesting thing to take into account, guys, the snake. You know, Kiara, I need to say Tiara, gosh. It's hard because I can confuse them, and sometimes the players will refer to themselves in third person or first person or whatever. But, you remember Tiara tripped over a snake. What could that be? Interesting. Someone spying. Yeah, there was indeed a snake. Which may or may not have some kind of connection to the cult situation. But just a thought. There's the thought. I like to leave little unanswered questions that could be answered during the game. I'd like it if we could answer all the questions, but it's really up to it's up to the characters to pursue what plot lines they like. Because not all of them are going to be solved, you guys. I just want to lay the breadcrumbs for them and give them the options. Kind of like when you play an open world game, I would say. You know, sometimes you have a bunch of different side quests and plot missions you can choose from. There is like a main story, but sometimes you've got side stuff that you can do, right? I want to leave some of those things off to the side so that they can decide what they want to do. If they want to do all of them, that's great, but I don't want to push them to go follow through with a story that they have no interest in, kind of thing. Yeah, naruhodo. The vampire said they'd been watching her for quite some time now. That is a fact. That is a fact. But why? What could they want from Tiara? There is a big web to be unweaved here. Unwoven? Unwoven. Unwoven here. How do you think the girls will end up interacting with each other? That's a really great question. To be honest, it's really hard to completely guess right off the bat. My hope is that everyone's characters will at least be able to get along. In-game fighting can be fun with characters, I will say, but not when it gets to be too much and take too much time when we're trying to do a 2-3 hour session. But my hope is that each person will get a moment to shine in the session. And I want to be able to provide that to all of them. I want to be able to give each character something that they can do in the story, you know? Without pushing too hard for it, right? Don't want to slow the game down too much. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, I think I mentioned this to you guys before, but when I played World of Darkness, sometimes we'd go on for hours and hours and hours because we were just a bunch of friends playing together casually and whatnot. I say casually, but we got pretty serious into it. But because everyone was usually just having fun and we weren't streaming or anything like that, sessions could go on for a long time. Yeah, conflict between characters is good, but it's not so fun when it disrupts everything. Yeah. And plus, long sessions are hard to do with all the time zones, right? So we need to make sure that it's not too crazy, yeah? Yeah, a little in-game tussling is fine, though. I always end up making the plot lines, like the possibilities, pretty long. I like to have a beginning, middle, and end, but I'm always a bit worried about session ending too quickly because what if the player finds exactly the thing they need to do and then speedrun and I have nothing else planned? But if it's a session between everyone, I think making the plot too long could be really not a good idea, because then we have to spread it out over more sessions and it just gets complicated, you know? Will Yule get enough sleep? Maybe never. Maybe never. Ah yes, Yule's tutorial. Gosh, let's see. With Yule's tutorial, it's really interesting because there was a lot that I had planned for that did not happen in that session. Like a lot that I had planned for. I don't know if it'll become relevant again, but there's definitely something going on inside that school. Definitely something going on in there. And what's interesting about the truck situation, right, is that Yule opens up the truck, and what does she find? Sticks and leaves, right, and clothing. For people that aren't familiar with World of Darkness, of course, this may be a bit of a mystery to you, but some of you could kind of see why that's pretty yabai, right? But there was a whole scenario that didn't play out. In fact, I had about 5 different slides saved with different scenes that never got shown. Yes, indeed, fetches materials. What is the doctor doing with that? What was in there? What was in the truck before? Or was it always just sticks and leaves? I'll leave that up to your imagination. But the doctor is definitely hiding something, you guys. In fact, Yule was supposed to be able to enter the school. Yule was actually supposed to enter the school and discover the professor's plot. And an altercation was going to happen. But I was still going to unleash the hook, regardless. That was going to happen no matter what. Interestingly enough about the hook is that the hook appears in places that are full of debauchery, more times than not. Is there debauchery going on at the school? Well, not quite, but Yule did just come back from a frat party. So, you got that heavy frat stench on you. That's quite a debaucherous scent. Yeah. Not to mention everything else that's going on related to the hook, I would say, around the school, because the hook is related to this, what's inside the truck. I don't know if, yeah, I guess I can probably mention this. The hook is a true fae, an incredibly powerful changeling. Did not think it would turn out the way that it did. Did not think Yule would sustain that much damage. I know some folks were saying, why did you unleash the hook on Yule first session? Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, everyone. My first session in the World of Darkness, the hook was unleashed on me. That was how my character entered the World of Darkness. So the hook is very close to my heart, very, very near and dear, I would say. Yeah. Very, very near and dear to my heart. So yeah, Yule got to have my first experience. So I made it out alive, but my character was really good at running. Actually, no, hold on. Was he? Nah. No, actually, he was pretty bad, but he got very lucky. GM revenge, exactly. I feel like perhaps the GM of my session had fashioned out some kind of good escape possibility for me to leave, but I did have injuries, I will say. I'm remembering now. I did sustain a lot of damage. Yeah, it was painful. It was painful, but I got dragged through a forest. Yeah, it was bad. Did he mess you up as much as he did you? It was pretty bad. Yeah, Yule needed something real to enter the World of Darkness. I think so too. Yeah, she definitely is not gonna come back from that one without a bit of a mental strain, I would say. So at this point, she may just have to jump into the fray, you know? I mean, if this hadn't happened, I feel like if Yule had just seen something spooky, right? Don't you get the feeling she might have just been like, that was spooky, but I gotta do research now and I gotta go to sleep. Just kidding. What's that? More research. And just get back into her work. If she's very dedicated, you'll be alright. For now. Are sanity checks a thing? We never really did them in my sessions. Because we didn't encounter things like mind-bendingly yabai. I think maybe once or twice we did. Sleep deprivation hallucinations, exactly. But when you wake up and you look at your body and you see that a hook has been torn through it, then you realize that it's not a sleep deprivation hallucination. Not sure how damage is calculated. Yeah, so essentially, looking at the World of Darkness character sheet, the health bar is basically, you can count it in dots like a stat. You combine two stats together to make health. Let's see, what was it? Your size is 5. and your stamina, I believe, which is however much the stamina of each character is, right? So however much that number is how much health that you have in the game. Now, different weapons and different attacks deal different kinds of damage. There's 3 kinds, okay? There's bashing damage, there's lethal damage, and there's aggravated damage, okay? Bashing damage is something that you get from just a punch, being hit by something, whacked by something, goes away in a day or a couple days, depending, right? Pretty easy to come back from. And the way that you mark that on your sheet is just 1 slash. Lethal damage, as you can tell by the name, is not very good. You don't want to go full lethal, because then you're getting close to dying. Lethal can be obtained by, for example, getting shot someplace that is not a major artery or organ, etc. Getting slashed by a big old knife and bleeding a whole lot. Okay, it's not good. You don't want that lethal damage. It's very painful. Blood will be spilled. Lethal damage takes longer to heal, obviously, than bashing. Can take weeks. But with a good medical roll, you can accelerate that process. Or even if it's a really good medical roll, almost get rid of it. I've seen some nutso medical rolls in the past. It's crazy. Aggravated damage is real bad. Because once you go from and lethal, by the way, lethal is X's. Lethal is going to be X's on your sheet, not the slashes. They're X's on your health sheet, okay? And you can put those over a bashing dot. Aggravated, the way that we marked it at least, was by completely filling in the circle. If you have to do that, you're in trouble, because once you get full lethal, you have to start rolling stamina checks to stay conscious. And if you fail them, that's bad, because you pass out. And taking aggravated damage after full lethal, that's bad. You will die. That is death territory, lads. You don't want to get in there. And yeah, once you've kind of reached full lethal bar of health, then you start filling in those dots. And once all the dots are filled in, you're dead. So yeah, watch out. Gotta be careful. I think, all things considered, you'll be alright. We'll be alright. Maybe. Possibly. Potentially. We do have Dr. Nice coming on over. Dr. Nice might be able to help. Just a little bit. Ever so slightly. Possibly, potentially. Or Watoto! If Watoto feels like helping. But, you know, that is yet to be seen. How about that party, though? Do I still have the disco ball? Hold on. Yeah, what I really wanted to make sure, no matter what, was that I definitely had 100% a fraternity dedicated to hunting supernaturals. That was a deal breaker, to be honest. I needed that because I've always tangoed with that idea, you know. I tangoed with the idea. Disco ball was cool. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Let's see. Videos. Here we go. Yule tutorial. I do have this one. There we go. Let me get that green. Let me get that green though. Okay, let's see. Chroma key, color key, chroma key. There we go. Okay. Yeah. How about that party though? A lot of people remarked that Yule was very much acting like how they would at a party at a party like that. And I agree. I can definitely see that. I think that Ina was very much good and in character for that scene. I like party scenes in games like this, so I wanted to have at least one party scene, and I knew that we had to have a hunter group that was just a fraternity. Sigma, sigma, alpha, alpha, sigma, beta, alpha, something like that. Too much to resist. If you guys recall, in Ina's tutorial, not only was that fraternity introduced, but there was also a sorority as well. A sorority that seemed to kind of not be on friendly terms with the hunter fraternity. Why is that? Who could say? But they're all very obsessed with Yule's professor. Yeah. All very, very interested in what the professor is doing. And obviously what the professor is doing is something supernatural. So perhaps they themselves could be supernatural connoisseurs. I mean, it would make sense, right? For the hunters to oppose them. Yeah, sorority seemed pretty sus. But we'll see. We'll see what their deal is, maybe. If the girls decide to chase that rabbit into the hole. We'll see. We will see. We might see the fraternity again. Could be fun. Actually, Yule's roommate, Nita Friend, was a character that I came up with literally as the stream was beginning. I thought, let's have Yule have a roommate. Now, some people were saying that as a graduate you wouldn't have a roommate. Not true. Not true. From my understanding, for reasons, okay, when I was at Reaper School, there were plenty of graduates who stayed in dorm rooms. There were plenty of them. They were also teacher's assistants, which I thought fit really well for Yule. A lot of people also remarked that sorority fraternity stuff wasn't really for graduates and whatnot, which is it's very astute. But that's not to say that everyone there is the same age, I guess, as Yule. Yule is a teacher's assistant, TA. You can get credits for that in school. Yeah. So. Yep. So everyone else you could presume is decently younger than Yule. Or at least enough to not be graduates. Yup. Greek life is for anyone who can freak alcohol. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Having a roommate is super helpful. Yeah, just because Yule is a graduate doesn't mean that she's got it all together, you know? So, surprise, you still broke. You still broke. So the reason that Nita and Justin and whatnot could be in the same classroom as Yule is because Yule is the TA, the professor's assistant, essentially. Where is Mythton located? In any town, USA. Any town, it's the name of a fictional state. In the USA, any town. Yeah. How long is today's stream? It'll be for a while. I think in about an hour, actually, my YouTube music live show is going to premiere. So I'm gonna do a little watch along for that. Just because I need to read supers. I'm not gonna skimp out on them again. No, I'm gonna get through all of them. It'll be a late night, Deadbeats. I might not go to bed until about 4 a.m., etc. That kind of thing. It's one of those nights, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. So yeah, we're gonna do that little watch along later. It's an hour north of Belt Buckle. That's right. Belt Buckle, any town, USA. Fictional states, Ohio. Yeah. The east or west coast. It's the west coast. Yeah, Mythton is on the west coast of the United States. So, yeah. If that helps you at all, I'm sure that'll help you. But, yeah. I had a lot of fun actually coming up with the names as well for the characters in Yule's world. And I just love playing out party scenes. Yeah. I knew for certain one thing that had to be done was that the keg stand had to be the introduction into the hunter fraternity. They sound like they're having fun, I gotta say. Yeah. Is what's Toto even Cupid? You know, we just don't know. We aren't certain whether Watoto is human or not. We can't say, get this disco ball out of my face. No more party time. We just can't say. I also loved being, or rather playing the characters of Watoto's family was so fun. I had this really vivid image of just this complete and total conspiracy theorist family living in the woods in a trailer. Yeah. Where could they have gone, Watoto's parents? Who could say? Isn't it strange that both Watoto's parents and Scat's parents are missing? Odd. Yeah. All the parents are just up and disappearing. What the heck? No one's allowed to have parents in this universe. They all will be taken away by me. They went out for more foot cream. Yeah, it could be as simple as that, you know. Could be as simple as that. Coincidence? I think not. Well, maybe. Could be a coincidence. I don't know. Maybe they're in a similar Facebook group. I don't know. Who could say? Who could say? Just going out for a little party. I don't know. Very interesting, though. Interesting stuff. You know, Watoto's father was not supposed to survive. Watoto's father was not supposed to survive that tutorial. The shadowy being, is actually a nexus crawler. That's what they're called, nexus crawlers. Yeah, servants of the worm. And they are horrifying creatures that can basically bend time and space and reality. Which is why they were always in the corner of the eye. You can't really get them out of there once they're there. They can do crazy shit. Stuff even crazier than that. Yeah. Get those guys around a mage and the world might just end, I think. Yeah. What is MythBreakers? It's a tabletop roleplay game I'm playing with HoloLive English. Worm is bad. You can tell who knows what the worm is by how they spell it. Yeah. From the old world of darkness, I do what I want. I like it too much, so I'm home brewing it into the new. It's too cool. A lot of people are asking about Iris joining. I think that would be great, but it needs to be for the future. Right now, we're kind of going to do the first season with just us 5, but I'm open to it in the future. Absolutely, would be very fun. But right now, first season is just us. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm homebrewing it because the worm is cool, and I love the whole Pentex story as well, and like the origin of the dude who started Pentex is just really really fun to read about. Yeah. I kind of just take the lore that I want from where I want, but the system will be New World of Darkness. 100%. But in terms of like lore things, if I can homebrew whatever I want anyway, then there's no problem with me taking old World of Darkness concepts and putting them into the new. So there's seasons in this. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to make it so that each season is 5 sessions. So if someone isn't having fun, or something like that, or it's just not for them, they have the option to dip out and whatnot, and we can give their character a good send-off. It's just basically like having arcs, you know. Yep. Season 2, let's go. Yeah, making it interesting is what's important. I'm inclined to agree. Yeah. Homebrewing is satisfying, indeed. Oh yeah, the Pentex. Oh my gosh. The Pentex shit is pretty horrifying, yeah. The specific book is so full of squick and barf-inducing stuff. I was feeling pretty sick myself reading some of the things in there. It's pretty nuts, though. Pretty nuts, though. Beach episode when? We can only really have one. Guys, it needs to be an onsen episode, beach episode. I think trip episode is fine. That could happen anytime, but... Sounds pretty yabai. Yeah, 25 episodes and an OVA. I know a lot of people want that beach episode. I know you guys want it. But it's on the west. Oh, it's on the West Coast. It's the West Coast. Who knows what the beaches on the West Coast are like? Maybe they're onsen or better. I don't know. Oh man, Watoto's tutorial though, definitely. There was a big part that I planned for that did not come into fruition, for a multitude of reasons. There are a lot of reasons, but there was actually another character who was supposed to make themselves known in that where was it? It was the Magadon warehouse. Yeah. That for some reason Watoto's father was connected to, at least what used to be there. I think it's pretty obvious at this point Watoto's father is connected to the whole Pentex situation, pharmaceutical stuff. At least one of the companies owned by them. I think I mentioned that Papa Watoto had a pretty crazy job back in the day, right? Yeah, now there's that new pharmaceutical place, right? It's making business real bad for Watoto. Yeah. There was the bomb situation. You're gonna blow up that place, right? And the other salesmen who were also planning on bombing the place because it was a thorn in their sides. One of them was actually a traitor. Yeah. That was the plan, at least, for them to actually secretly be a researcher working in the warehouse who encounters Watoto. Yeah. It's gonna be a bit of a crazy situation. Yeah, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out in the end. With Watoto's choices, it just didn't fully come to fruition. So, the mushroom bomb. Yeah. But, yeah. Watoto went and found the secret garden. Yeah. It's spooky, full of nastiness. Tainted by the worm. It's pretty creepy to think about. The pharmaceuticals being made with, that nasty, crazy stuff that could taint people. Uh-oh. Surely Watoto has, the prime stuff. That's why you should always buy from an independent seller like Watoto. You gotta be careful of those big Magadon pharmacies. You gotta watch out for them. Make sure they're not owned by Pentex first. Is Mama Toto alive? Gotta wait and see. Yeah. Gotta watch out for Magadon and Pentex. Better to buy mushrooms from Watoto, I'd say. Try to trust your mom and pops. Let's see. What's this? Am I the type of DM that revolves the world around the party's actions, or will things progress visibly without them being directly involved? Oh no, I definitely want it to be revolving around their, Megaton. Stop making, oh gosh. No, I want it to revolve around their actions. It's no fun if I just railroad the whole story. I'll definitely have a big overarching plot, but, a lot of things come to me on the fly, improvisation-wise, when things don't go as planned. I have to think rather quickly. Think on my feet, right, deadbeats? And other friends. Because I know a lot of other friends are here as well. Heck, you guys are all deadbeats. Yeah. It seems fine for a tutorial, though. Yeah, I'd say for a tutorial, I kind of tried to drive the plot a little bit more. But when it comes to actual sessions, I'll probably lay it out similar to a game. There'll be an A point and a B point, but how they get to it will be up to them. The things that occur to them along the way. There'll be a mission and a goal. But if they find a certain way to approach it that doesn't necessarily yield the exact reward or end that I had planned, I can still tweak it, you know? And then one chain of events sets off another chain of events, and And then it becomes all 100% improv and everything I planned is out the door, but here we go anyway, right guys? Good to have backup plans, I guess, but even those backup plans sometimes become not feasible. Yeah. Oh heck yeah, law school nerd. Happy that you're running your own campaign. That sounds fun. Do your best. Yeah. DM's curse GM problems. DMing 101. Learn some improvisational skills. Because you might need them. You might need them along the way. You really might need them. Then we have Scout, of course. You guys seem to love Scout, and it was really neat seeing that Scout had some art out there. So I think everyone has drawn their characters except for Amelia, who kind of wants Watato to be ambiguous and like you guys to just draw your own fan art and that kind of thing, which I think is very neat. You guys can all have your own interpretation of Watato. Everyone's got their own interpretation, but yeah, Scout had like a reference picture. It was very, very cute. And also just a really distinct character, I would say. Yeah. Gosh, what a fun session that was. It's interesting that we went from mystery lady, possible bard, to Scout. Yeah. What a fun change, what a fun twist of events. And the interactions between Scout and Dr. Nice were just too freaking priceless. Gosh, they were too good. I loved how Scout also exhibited that bit of gap moe as well. I'm gonna trust you a little bit and kind of be welcoming, but then at the next moment I'm gonna be strangling you against the trailer. Yeah, she played really good as Scout. A very good RP. I was so surprised that it was her first time because she really pulled it off so well. I was blown away. I was thinking, is it really your first time doing this? All right, I'm gonna put my gun away because I trust you guys now. Yeah. I was honestly, yeah, really blown. No pants! Didn't even really think too hard about that one. Ah, yes, you were wearing no pants now. Yeah, I guess Scout wasn't wearing pants. Show me your PDF. I mean, in fairness, maybe the doc did have a PDF saved of the PhD that he very well could have pulled up on his laptop to show to Scout. Makes sense, really. Have one of them there PDFs. But yeah, I think that Scout's session was maybe one of the most yabai that I had kind of planned. I mean, think about it. A well that eats people. What? I mean, I think that some people have been able to put it together by now, but since it's not much of a mystery, I'd say, more something that you might just have to like think about for a minute, I'm cool with explaining it. So essentially, what can be inferred to have happened, and I think, actually, let me go ahead and put this out there real quick. I think Scout's story pretty much tied all the ends together, more so than anyone else's, I would say. A lot of them still have loose ends. I think the only loose end for Scout's tutorial is what happened to Mom and Pop, but overall, it's pretty much a cut and dry full story that was told. Essentially, what can be inferred is that Scout's papa, they've always had the best materials, the best mining materials to make the best weapons, the best tools, etc. And people in town would gossip, like, why? Why do they have these amazing tools? Why are they so high quality? You know, that in the beginning is quite a red flag. Why are they so good? Could you even possibly have something like that without making a deal? A special deal? With some kind of entity, perhaps? Of course, there's always a blood price to be paid, right? But I promise it's worth this on the homicidal circus. All you really gotta do is sign on the dotted line. It's probably fine, right? Sec your soul is mine, it's all good. That'd be good benefits. Sorry, there is a blood price to be paid. And so, in order to get those good materials, Scout's papa had to do something pretty nutso. Because, the mines wanted flesh. Yep. The minds wanted flesh. Well, what is Scout's poor papa to do? Of course, Mama's in on it as well. But what are they to do when they really want these good precious metals, right? They drive up the sales really well. But what are they to do when there's a blood price to be paid? Meat cave. You gotta make a sacrifice. Well, we know that Scout's mom and pop are real moral upstanding citizens. So instead of just throwing anyone into the well, they throw old people. What the F word? God, it would have felt really good to say fuck. So that's what they chose to do. And people around the town would always be speaking very highly of them. You know. Oh, they're so nice looking out for the elderly and whatnot. The elderly go and stay with Scout's family. That's how it's always been. As guests and whatnot. What exactly happened to them afterward? Well, sometimes they disappear for a while, other times they show up dead, other times they're reported dead by the family. Why does no one raise any eyebrows at the fact that the older folks are dying when they go stay with Scout's family? Well, because usually the ones that go are pretty much very, very unhealthy. Almost beyond saving, really. And so no one really raises their eyebrows. Plus, come on guys, it's belt buckle. People, they just aren't real smart, I think. That town, the people there, they just, it's just one of those towns, man. You know? Which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. They just don't raise their eyebrows. Small, quaint little town, you know? Nothing too out of the ordinary to us, kind of sus. Maybe not the brightest. It's fine. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, when you don't notice that people are dying when they go stay at someone's house, maybe there's something wrong with it. But other than that, they live nice, peaceful lives. You know, let them do their thing. But, yeah. A little suspect, right? A little bit. Yeah. Poor old Betsy. What a shame, what a shame. Yeah, but that's why it's such a problem right when the doctor comes in. It's now that old Dr. Nice. What a jerk. Coming in saying that he can cure the old folks. And make them live a little bit longer, that they don't need to live with Scout's family. Making it really hard to feed the minds. Yeah. Real hard to feed the minds. Yeah. I just really love the idea of, like, that kind of situation. The family being kind of suspect and, making a sacrifice of human flesh to an actual place, like the mines. At least old Crinkle. Old Crinkle. I love that Gura and I basically came up with the character of Old Crinkle together. It was too good. It was too good. I watched that part over again and I was like, wow, this is the creation of an original character right here. The name just came from me saying, yeah, you crinkle your nose as you want. And Gura just says, yeah, that's his name. This is good stuff. Yeah, Old Crinkle has got some werewolf stories, though, I tell you what. I think Old Crinkle could just be hallucinating from that moonshine. Moonshine. But, you know, werewolves love moonshine, so Old Crinkle interacts with them quite a bit, right? They get a chance to interact quite a bit, for sure. Oh, I want to see Old Crinkle and Watsuto interact. Oh man, that'd be a ride. Yeah. I hope he'll be a reoccurring character. If it's right, I won't shove him in there for the sake of funny jokes and whatnot. As much as I'd love to, I'd like it to make a little more sense, but we'll see what happens. If good old Crinkle can make a little reappearance. Yeah, Old Crinkle's got those werewolf connections. Here, why are we looping this? Stop looping, we're talking about Scout now. Sorry guys, hold on. talking about Scout. Good old Crinkle. Good old Crinkle. The girl was thinking of furries, not werewolves. I mean, the way I described it, you'd think I was thinking that too, right? Yeah. It's okay, old Crinkle's just confused. He may have seen some of them passing by and didn't realize that they weren't werewolves. You gotta realize that it's not only werewolves that like old Crinkle's moonshine, but maybe also the local furries. Hey, let them get their drink on. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe old Crinkle has been enjoying like some raves with them and whatnot. You never know. Good old Crinkle seems like he might enjoy a rave or two with that moonshine. But definitely don't drink that moonshine. Don't drink it. They're terrifying? Nah, they're fun. Let me see, hold on one second. One sec. What was my first one? Nothing! I don't have one of those! I don't have one of those. I don't. Keyboard ASMR, let's go! Yeah. Let's see, where were we? 75 minutes late. No, you're fine. We're still talking about Scout's adventures. I was gonna say misadventures. Adventures. Yeah. I'm so glad so many people like Dr. Nice. The doctor wasn't supposed to have a personality, you guys. The doctor being in the town literally only existed so that Papa could rant during dinner time about how annoying it was that there was a new doctor in town. That was it. Scout wasn't supposed to go want to visit him. That was completely driven by Gura herself. Have I played any other World of Darkness games? I ran a Geist the Sin Eater campaign. It was pretty fun. A little more complicated, but definitely fun. Love the doctor. Yeah, I was very, very surprised that so many people liked the doctor. I mean, the Dr. Nice is genuinely just nice. Is that really so hard to believe? Gosh. Is it really so hard to believe? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little. Geist was fun as hell. I'm glad someone else has played Geist. I think a couple people have. Let's see. 1 second. I'm trying to read. Random characters like that come to life all the time. Once made a generic charming merchant among a bunch of generic merchants, and a year later a player character literally married. That's my favorite. I love when that happens. I love when that happens. Magic stuff like that can happen. Out of nowhere. Just a generic NPC can become a big character. It's magic. What about Scout's sister? Yeah, I guess that's another character that I didn't realize existed until the last minute, because I was reading Scout's backstory, and somehow I managed to read that Scout had a papa and a mama, but I completely skipped over the sister part. So now I'm like, uh-oh. But now we've got another friend who, I don't know, might be able to help out at the bar. We're all on a big magical journey to the city. It's nice. It feels nice that there's like a trio, a caravan, you know? We need to taste old Crinkle's moonshine? No, you don't. Dr. Nice. So many people really like the doctor. I'm happy. It's nice. You know what? It is nice to have one character in the midst of a bunch of characters with strong and maybe kind of like, I don't want to say negative personalities, but like characters that aren't just outright nice, it is cool to have just the one nice character be there sometimes. When I was running my my Geist the Sin Eater campaign, there was literally everyone hated each other. Everyone hated each other. It was interesting because I ran that campaign with a bunch of friends that I had been in the same World of Darkness campaign with. I basically said, all right, I'm doing my own campaign, come join. And in the World of Darkness campaign, all of our characters became a family, right? But in the Sin Eater campaign, everyone hated each other. Hated each other. But they were forced to work together. They had to be together. Except there was this one player character who was just this sweet, innocent child. And everyone wanted to protect the sweet, innocent child. But they all hated each other. Oh man, good old memories. So I'm wondering how they're gonna be in this game. I'm very curious how certain personalities will work out with each other. Yeah. That Sin Eater campaign was wild. The ending was crazy. A couple characters went to hell and could not come back, and then there were a couple everyone else went to jail. And I think the little girl was the only one who got to leave unscathed and live a normal life. Oh, what is it? The consequences of your actions, it must be. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in this campaign. I'm very curious to see what kind of turn it will take. I wanna know. Don't touch. Gotta protect the little ones. But we don't have any child characters except for the merchant kid. But the merchant kid doesn't... I don't know if you can really... I don't know if the characters will have any feelings of wanting to protect that kid. I think that kid has seen the streets more than they have. Oh, man. It's nice to have, like, a pure light, you know? I don't think amongst the player characters there's anyone like that. But at least we got Dr. Nice, right? You'll be protect. Maybe Yule, but Yule... I don't know if Yule doesn't come off as like some kind of cinnamon roll, quote unquote, to me, but she does come off as like the most level-headed, despite the sleeplessness, right? Wado plus Scout Toto. Yule is a bit reserved and cold. Yeah, I kind of got that feeling too. Not quite like a sweet and charming character to be protected, but definitely like the more level-headed, I guess. Vic is a good guy, but not quite like Dr. Nice. Vic still has like a couple issues that need to be worked out. She almost killed Vic. Yeah, exactly. Not to be protected. Let me see. Was this the one I wanted? Yeah, this is like a nice little calm ending sound. Yule went for attempted murder. That was so funny because a lot of people actually pointed it out, that the way that the professor had worded it on the phone, Yule didn't have to get rid of him like that. Get rid of him? When I thought to myself, okay, we'll have the professor tell Yule to get rid of him, I wasn't thinking murder. Believe me, I know that I'm like the Grim Reaper and whatever, but murder was not on my mind there. My thought was, okay, let's try and get Yule to enter the school if at all possible. There must be some way to get Yule to enter the school, but first we gotta get rid of the janitor. We gotta get rid of Vic. And my thought was that Yule was just gonna knock Vic out or something like that. And then go back inside the school, or just because Vic was walking away, she might just say, forget it. But no, Ina did take my words literally to say, okay, we have to actually really, really get rid of it. Yeah, so that's the thing. It did sound like the professor was suggesting that. I think it depends on the person. Because for me, I did not I did not think of that at all. And several others also did not think of that at all. Depends on the person. Hey, if you have murder on the mind, stop that. Stop that now, because that's my job. So, you get that out of your head, deadbeats. You get that nonsense out of your head. Don't you take my job from me. I don't want you taking any work from me. I'll get you for that. Watch, maybe Yule is the first one to go slasher. You guys know what slasher is? When your character goes slasher, that's when your morality drops from 7, is it 7 right now for everyone, down to 1. Yeah. The morality levels are interesting because they each encompass like a certain amount of things that a character will be willing to do. You know, lie, steal, cheat, I would say, is somewhere, I'd say around 6. We don't have any characters that are hardcore thieves, right? But eventually, when you get to 1, I think you can guess, you turn into a bit of a murderous psychopath. At that point in the game, you hand your character sheet over to me. It's mine now. And you leave the rest to me. Watato's a thief, then I guess Watato's 6. We gotta change that. Guess we gotta change Watato to 6. But watch Yule is the first one to be slasher. Yeah. We never really had to roll sanity, I feel like, for my, rather do like, I guess we would call it a morality check, at least when I played. But we never really had to do that in my campaign that I played in. But I definitely want to see if we can do it here, because I think it sounds fun. I think maybe we did a couple times. It had to be something really, really, really yabai, though, that happened in the story. Like a loved one being murdered before a character's eyes, that kind of thing. Very seldom did we have to roll for that, so. Yeah. Ina just panicked and picked the nuclear option. Also very possible. Very, very possible. Did I loop this? Yeah, it's on loop, okay. Cool. Yeah. Either way, that was fun. It was a lot of fun, though. It was a good time. I did get a good chuckle out of that. Yeah, you would think maybe everyone's like sanity would go down a little bit after everything that happened to them, but not quite, not quite. No, we're just entering the world of darkness. There will be things that break their minds more, don't you worry. Don't you worry. Cold-blooded murder of a janitor, maybe? Maybe. It did surprise me, it did surprise me. I think in any other normal session, we might have had to pause for a minute and be like, you sure you want to do this? If it is, we need to talk about morality for a little bit. Gura almost fed Dr. Nice to the well. I loved that character development. With Gura thinking, alright, maybe I should leave the doctor, whatever. And then she turns around and pulls off her pants to save the doctor. Did not see that one coming, but it was a very pleasant surprise. Extremely pleasant surprise. Almost sacrificed the doctor in desperation. Yeah, but she, in the end, she saved him. I loved that. That was such a cool character development. For her to be like, I can't leave him behind. It made me like Scout a lot more than I already had, which is crazy, because I really liked the character from the beginning. We had some good roleplay together as Scout and Papa, I will say. It was fun just to do it. It felt like just RPing with a friend, you know? I mean, technically that is what it was, but it was on a stream. It felt very fun. Somehow nostalgic, even though I didn't really do a ton of RP in the past. I don't really think I did. RP. I certainly do have a bunch of friends who enjoyed that kind of thing, though. RP. Yeah. I guess that I really got more into it when I was doing tabletop stuff. Sometimes me and the other players in my campaign would have some kind of unresolved business that we didn't get to finish, conversations that we wanted to have outside of the main scenario, right? And so we would start up RP docs, and we essentially wrote like fan fiction together. But it's not fan fiction, it was really for our game. But the style we'd write it in was like similar to a joint fan fiction. Yeah. So for example, I would start off by writing like a paragraph about what my character is doing, and then the other person would write about what their character's doing, and how they kind of meet up with each other and talk about stuff. That's what we used to do back in the day when we couldn't finish conversations or couldn't have certain conversations in the campaign because there wasn't enough time. We didn't want to take up too much time from the other players, that kind of thing. It was fun. Yeah. That's how you know you fell in love with your characters. Yeah, definitely. It was nice to feel like we were learning about them and writing them even more and more, and discovering more about our characters as we played them. It was very neat. I know it sounds very nerdy. It is a very nerdy thing. But when it's just you and your friends, there's no need to be embarrassed, right? Because you're just playing a game with your friends who are not gonna judge you, you know? There's nothing embarrassing about it. Me and my friends, we had a good time. I know that it is nerdy, but fun. It's fun to make characters. That was what I really liked to do. A long time ago, I would just make characters any chance I could get. I had a whole list of my own original characters. So that's why doing tabletops is really fun for me, because I can make a whole world, and I can play with the girls' characters and my own characters that I make, and it's like a whole story, you know? This is really neat. It sounds so fun though. It was a lot of fun, I will say. Some good jokes, some good fun times. You come home from your part-time job, you crack open an iced tea, and then you're excited to see that your friend has finished writing an RP, and you rub your hands together like a fly. Oh boy, what am I gonna write next? And you sit down and relax after a long day of work, and you type up your reply. Yeah. At least that's how it was for me. Yeah, it's like I'm a game master. I mean, TTRPGs are supposed to just be fun in the first place. It should be fun. Yeah. Should be fun. It's always just about having fun. It sounds very sweet. It was a good time. It was a good time. I only hope that that the girls also are able to have a fun time with it, and that it's at least a fun collab. I don't know if everyone will be super intrigued all the time with the story and where it goes, or with the game itself in general. I can't promise that to them, but I hope if anything it's a fun collab, you know? And each week we'll do a session on a different person's channel. So, first session will be on my channel, and then the second session will be on someone else's, and then the next on someone else's, but yeah. Everyone will get a chance to have it on their home turf. So, everyone does seem interested, and they all did like a really, really great job. So, yeah. I don't feel like there was any time that I had to really, really push hard, or was even having a hard time GMing, to be completely honest. So I have my hopes really high. I never felt like, oh man, this is gonna be hard to GM this person ever at all. I mean, if I did feel that way, I wouldn't tell you. But if I didn't, then I also wouldn't be saying this. Yeah. Did that make any sense? Maybe it didn't. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is everyone did a fantastic job. And I'm very confident in their abilities, and even if it's not perfect in the beginning, or they have a lot of self-critique, etc., I think that they'll really grow into their characters a lot more over time. I'm betting on that. Yeah. So let's see what's going on, guys. Let's see, 1 sec. Alright guys, so I think you heard me click-clacking my keyboard quite a bit before. There is a possibility that I actually cannot watch the YouTube Music Weekend thing with you guys. I'm very sorry about that. I'm going to go watch it on my own, but I don't think I actually can watch it on stream while you guys go watch it, unfortunately. I wish I could. I don't think it's going to be able to happen, sadly. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go try and read as many super chat, definitely from this stream. I'm gonna read this stream supers. And likely we won't get to the others. I really wanted to read all of them tonight. Believe me, I wanted to pull that all-nighter. But I'm not gonna start up another stream just to read super chats, so I guess we move them to tomorrow after Cursed ASMR. I'm so sorry they keep getting moved. I'm so sorry. But I'm not gonna keep letting them build up. We're gonna read these ones from tonight. So guys, for those of you that came to hang out and talk about the TTRPG, I hope I was able to recap you a bit on this. And thanks guys for being understanding. I'm pretty frustrated mostly with myself for not realizing earlier that I couldn't do a little watch along. That's definitely my fault, and I apologize for that, guys. But I hope you guys will still go watch the premiere that's happening. I'm gonna be watching it. You'll see me in chat. But yeah, I can't watch it on stream. We will get these supers read, and I'm gonna read the ones from this stream for sure. So yeah, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for coming to hang out and recap about the story. Even though no session this week, and the first will be next week, I hope I've been able to kind of refresh you guys on what's going on by talking a little bit about the fun stuff that's been happening, a little behind the scenes, and getting you guys hyped for what's going on. And yeah, I hope you guys really anticipate and enjoy, and are looking forward to it, because I'm having a great time with the TTRPG, and I'm thrilled you guys are having a blast as well, so thank you so much for enjoying. Yeah. Thank you for coming to hang out with me, everyone. Deadbeats and friends who are here for the first time. I appreciate you. And with that being said, I'm gonna go read super chats. For those of you heading out, I'm your Mori. Hope you'll remember me, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks for hanging out, and see ya at the TTRPG stream next week. It's on my channel. Check for my schedule. Goodbye, everyone. Peace. Howdy, I'm back. Hi guys. No outro. No outro, you stop that. It's not time to leave. It's not time for goodbye yet. Stop that. Are you guys ready for supers? We're gonna kind of blast through these so that we're in time for the premiere, you guys. Hope you're okay with that. Thank you very much. Heck yeah, and thank you everyone for all of the amazing support during this stream. Everyone who commented, everyone who left a like, everyone who left a super, no matter how big or small. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the heck out of you guys. Look at this freaking chalice. Isn't it crazy? You guys are nuts. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna be enjoying these souls, sorting through these souls all evening. We're sending them off to the ferryman. Here we go. We got a big ups to SG01 Lunar Child. Hope you enjoy the VOD. A big ups to Yakumo Yomi and Arnolfo Mendez. Thank you. Trebacious T. Thank you so much. Dr. Nice's best boy. Agreed. Big ups to John. Big ups to Green Wilder. Thank you for the amazing rainbow. How freaking sweet. What have you done here? Let's see what we got here. Okay. Let's see. I've been loving the TTRPG so far. I'll watch any stream you're in, but this gets me very excited. I've loved TTRPGs ever since a friend of mine in high school tried to run Mummy from World of Darkness. That failed terribly, as did his vampire campaign, but now I run my own D&D campaign. That's pretty neat, Green Wilder, heck yeah. I intend to try WoD sometime. Let's see. I love the party elf built so far. I hesitate to call them our heroes since one is willing to commit murder on command and one is a domestic terrorist. Should make for a hell of a story though. You mentioned that you might need to make your own character sheets for missions to go through. I'm glad that they worked out, but I thought the custom sheet sounded very fun, so I made my own very silly one. Let's see what we got here. Instead of rolling wits and composure, it would be think fast and cool as a cucumber. Instead of presence and persuasion, it's hey, check me out, and I'm not gonna read that! Green Wilder, you almost got me. Cunning something. Ha 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 ha. But that's good. It's good for, hey, that is good for a funny one. Ha ha ha. Very important, I replaced stealth and weaponry with walk softly and carry a big stick. Oh, I was quite proud of those two. Can't wait, watch this live, but I'll be back for the VOD. You're a sly one, Green Wilder. That was pretty funny. I will give you that. Listen. Very cunning of you indeed. Thanks so much, Green Wilder, for the support. I appreciate it. Thank you for the rainbow. Big ups to Mem. Thank you so much. Thank you for the fantastic work on the TTRPG streams, Callie. Heck yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying it, especially as your first kind of experience with it. Big ups to Flora Jean. Thank you for the sweet message as always. Heck yeah. It was very kind, full of beautiful emojis too. Big ups to Vampiric Otaku KF beats Vampire, heck yeah. Big ups to Waluigi Cubed, thank you for the Aka Spa. Thank you, Waluigi Cubed, heck yeah. Waluigi Cubed says, big ups to you, Callie, for all the hard work you've put into making the TTRPG happen. I've had a blast watching the tutorials. You and the other girls have been so creative and it's great seeing you all have so much fun together. I can't wait to see what happens next. You and me both, Waluigi Cubed. Because I actually really don't know what's gonna happen either. I mean, I have a plot like laid out and stuff, but I mean, knowing these ladies, anything could happen. But you know what it might be? It might make a lot of really happy accidents as well. So I'm feeling good about it. Thank you, Waluigi Cube. Thank you for having faith in me. And thank you for enjoying as well. I hope that you'll stick around for the craziness. What am I saying? I think you will. I think you will. You're very kind. Thank you. Big ups to Elsie Le Pen, thank you very much. Big ups to Draconic Insight, thank you for the Aka Spa. Woo! Heck yeah, Draconic Insight. I still love your icon. It's very lovely. Draconic Insight says, I wanted to say a big congratulations on how well all the TTRPG tutorials have gone, Callie. Your passion and hard work have shown through in every one of them. You really are an excellent GM, and I'm really looking forward to what you have in store for the main campaign, Red Heart. Thank you very much, Draconic Insight. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you think so, because I was very tense in regards to the tutorials. I didn't know if I was going to do a good job or not, or if people were going to be disappointed in me, because I get kind of disappointed in myself afterwards. I'm always thinking about what I could have done better and what I thought was kind of lackluster and whatnot, but then I see so many people talking about things that they enjoyed, and I guess it kind of like balances out my own pretty harsh critiques of myself, and makes me feel happy to see that you guys are genuinely enjoying it. Thank you very much for letting me know, Draconic Insight. Heck yeah, please anticipate the rest of the story. Big ups to Tori Sugarino Ghost Rider. Big ups to Salaryman. Big ups to Judgment Kazi. Thank you so much for the Aka Spa. Heck yeah, Judgment Kazi. Great job on the TTRPG streams, Callie. You've been an amazing storyteller through these streams, and the excitement you show for it is inspiring. Eagerly looking forward to more. Thank you, Judgment Kazi. I don't really know what came over me there. I just felt like really excited all of a sudden. No recorder, so I mean, maybe it was just the usual energy that I have saved for the recorder coming through me in some kind of really odd screech. Yeah, that was very strange. Thank you very much, Judge Makazi. I appreciate your constant support and generosity. Please keep enjoying TTRPG and looking forward to it. Happy that you're looking very eagerly forward to it. Big ups to Tori Sugarino Ghost Rider, thank you. Jesus to Gondra, heck yeah. Big ups to Donger Bread, thank you. Big ups to Shark, oh, heck yeah. Big ups to Suiso, thank you. Big ups to Bastion, 0589. Big ups to Tori Sugarino Ghost Rider, who says howdy. Big ups to Tony Bones, thank you. Marcus Meneses, thank you very much. Big ups to I Am Dead. Just recently delved into the world of Calliope Mori and absolutely love your music and style and all the TTRPG sessions so far. Thank you so much for liking my music. I'm really glad that you like it. It makes me really excited that I still hear from some of you deadbeats, hey, I'm just now discovering you. That makes me really happy and warms my heart. So, anticipate more, because I think I mentioned this before, but we're in work mode on something again, so hope you will anticipate. Thank you. Big ups to Kaijido Spartan, heck yeah. Big ups to Zekinator77, thank you so much for the Akaspa Zekinator. What it do? What it do, Zekinator? That's the homie right there. Zekinator77 says, your TTRPG streams are a blast, Callie. The effort and passion shows. Also, some of the improv is just wow, gold. Looking forward to more. Thank you, Zekinator. I'm putting it all in on improv, I will say. It's definitely the skill that I'm trying to sharpen the most, because I think with this crew, it's going to be very, very necessary. So, thank you for enjoying my improvs, Zekinator. I hope that you will have many more fun, replayable moments to come. Big ups to Yaki Bayer. Thank you for all the hard work in putting the TTRPG together, Callie. No problem. Thank you for enjoying it. Big ups to Lucas Deadbeat. Big ups to Chisos de Gondra. Thank you so much for the Aka Spa. Heck yeah, Chisos de Gondra. Chisos de Gondra says, yes, step on us, Daddy Lipe. I mean, put your feet up and relax. I will put them back. But not in a way that you like. I'll do it in a way that you don't like. Yeah, that makes you uncomfortable. Yeah, how about that? Yeah. What am I saying? You guys will find a way to enjoy it. You'll find a way to enjoy it. Chisos de Gondra. Thank you. I mean it. Thank you. Big ups to Lexington the Lion. Good evening, my queen. Big ups to Aus Drake. Heck yeah. I'm not in defeat, but respect for asserting dominance over chat. Yeah, me neither. I don't really get it. But you know, chat, Gura, I like respect where you guys are coming from and whatnot in your liking of those things. I don't really get it, but do your thing, I guess. It definitely was more just, you know, to kind of assert some dominance over chat. I need to do that a little more recently, I feel. So yeah, that's basically what that was. Let's see, big ups to Flemderp. Thank you so much for the Akaspa Flemderp. Flemderp says, absolutely loving TTRPG. It's been such a blast to watch. You've put in a lot of work and love into it, and man, it shows. Looking forward to the main campaign. Thank you so much, Flemderp. Thank you. Heck yeah. Happy that you're enjoying it, my dude. Hope you're doing well as well. Thank you so much. Looking forward to the main campaign. Oh, please anticipate. I will give it my all for you, my dude. For you and the rest of the deadbeats, I'm putting my back into it, okay? So anticipate. What am I saying? You're anticipating. I hope. Thank you, Flemderp. Big ups to the guy. Thank you very much. Big ups to Lord Ashton. Big ups to Ratha. Heck yeah. Let's see. Big ups to... Let's see, Seth. Let's see, what is this? Hold on. Big ups to Seth. Thank you very much, Seth. Big ups to Not a Good Username 360. Big ups to Caleb Wise. Thank you so much for the Akaspa, Caleb. What it do? Appreciate you. Thank you so much for dropping by as well. Thank you for the generosity, dude. Caleb Wise says, switched from, what is this? Another VTT to Foundry thanks to your streams. Here's a super chat on what you're saving me each year. Love the stream so far. Can't wait to see more. Wow, that's really interesting, Caleb, considering that we're not going to be using Foundry anymore for multiple reasons that I'll explain at a later time. I like Foundry, don't get me wrong, but we can't use it for this stream, for this series. But I'm glad you are enjoying it. That makes me happy you're able to get some good use out of it. Heck yeah, thank you so much, Caleb Wise. Big ups to Skylore Miller. Big ups to Lexington the Lion. Let's see. Big ups to Talos, thank you. Big ups to Quan Hong, thank you. One sec. Big ups to Quan Hong. Big ups to Calliope Corey, heck yeah. Don't mind me, just a lurker. Thank you, Calliope Corey. And then let's see, I went to go take care of some business. Thank you guys very much for the beautiful blue wave of love, you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Juan Diaz says, oh, you forgot your legs again. Oh, thank you, everyone. Inova Star says, massage those legs, deadbeats. Let's see. Big ups to Elsie Le Pen. Thank you for the Akaspa. You thought I'd miss that, Elsie Le Pen? I don't think so. No, I read very carefully. Elsie Le Pen. You couldn't get me. Elsie Le Pen says, whoops, rolled a crit on this flesh. Is it a miss or a success? You decide. You rolled a crit? Well, how many successes exactly? I need to see the dice, Elsie Le Pen. I gotta see those dice before I can make a proper call. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a success. So, with that being said, Calliope Mori decides to get a little closer to you until her face is basically right in front of your face. She smiles a quaint smile, and you can see a light blush come to her face, as you can get the sense that she's really appreciating her deadbeats right now. And she kind of closes her eyes a little bit, gives a slight smile, and says, big ups, Elsie Le Pen, what it do? And you feel a sense of confusion at first, but then a bit of endearment, because, well, this seems very on brand for Mori somehow. That was, yeah, that was what you get. Hope you're cool with that, Elsie Le Pen. Yeah. That's what you get. Thank you so much. Let's see. Oh man, it went all the way to the top again. Hold on. Anyway, thank you guys so much for the flush of love. Let's see. Big ups to the Wizard Ninja. Heck yeah. Let's see. We got a big ups to Zeolback112. What clan does Vic belong to? That's also that's a secret. It's classified info. You'll find out maybe later on. I don't know. Let's see. Big ups to Lexington the Lion. Big ups to Prinny's Rock. Thank you for the Akaspa, Prinny's Rock. Heck yeah. Thank you so much, dude. Been loving the TTRPG. If you had a chance to look at the fan art for MythBreakers, how do you feel about most of the NPCs having pink hair, and how badly is Watoto screwed for being a servant of the worm? Can't wait for more harem protagonist Vic and the MythBreakers. I mean, when you say it that way, Vic really does kind of seem like a harem protagonist, huh? Oh gosh. It's funny that most of the NPCs have pink hair, I will say. I like it. If you guys like it, then I like it. If in your canon it's funny for them to have pink hair, then I'm fine with that too. I mean, I think that the main like leader of, or rather, the person who tried to recruit Tiara looks like J-Chad to me, but I also kind of envision some pink hair as well, a pink hair version. It's really up to you guys. But I do have official designs that I'm trying to put out before the first session for you guys to check out. I'll show them on the screen, and you guys can check them out. They are technically official designs, but if you guys have your own designs and you like them, just run with them. It's fun to imagine, you know, go at your own pace. How screwed is Watoto with the worm? I'm not inclined to say anything that's classified information. Unfortunately, I'm really worried about what the worm is gonna do to me if I say anything, so gotta keep it under wraps. But thank you so much, Prenny's Rock. I appreciate the amazing generosity this stream. Big ups to Pearl of Pandemonium. Thank you so much for the Aka Spa! Not Dorg, big ups to you. It's like you predicted what I was gonna say. It's because I'm really predictable, actually, with these readings. Sorry that I really kind of suck and I'm predictable. But that's just life. Sometimes you just gotta say thanks, man. You just gotta say thanks and pickups. But thank you so much. Pearl of Pandemonium, celebrating since, what is this? I sent you 3 years of backup refunds as Stim Bunny. Is that a fact? I've been playing Deviant the Renegades, the new Chronicles game. Really freaking good. I'd recommend it if you ever get the opportunity to play. Interesting. I'm always interested in other games outside of the World of Darkness. If I have the time to read the book and learn how to play them. Don't really know if I want to run one first, though. I might rather join a game before I run one such game like that, but I think games that are like outside of just D&D are super awesome and fun and neat. And worth checking out. Oh man, the premiere's in 5 minutes. Let's see how much I can do. Big ups to Fandenstein. Thank you so much for the compliment. Big ups to Deadbeat Shrimp. Big ups to Duke. Big ups to Joseph. Big ups to KFP for Life. Big ups to Dragon Fafnir. Big ups to Paneras. Big ups to Mike Tyson. You can't keep doing it to me, man. You can't keep doing it to me. Big ups to Nox. Big ups to Christian. Big ups to Maddie. Big ups to Elsie Le Pen. Big ups to Kirthan. Big ups to Victor. And a big ups to Naurius. Big ups to Elsie Le Pen. A big ups to Darkness2101. You will look barely alright. Oh, an attempt was made there. Big ups to C1 Lee, thank you. Big ups to Mini Bunchy 2012. Thank you so much for the Aka Spa. Mini Bunchy, what it do? Thank you so much. Really appreciate the generosity, dude. Mini Bunchy 2012 says, I think it's really awesome that you put this all together so that everyone can enjoy it. They're all so good that I don't know which TTRPG was my favorite. Your storytelling also adds another layer to the immersivity. Is that a word? Mini Bunchy. You're dropping new vocabulary on me, dude. Thank you for always working so hard for everyone. Well, thank you for tuning in. Heck yeah. Not knowing which one's your favorite, that's definitely a good sign. Having a favorite is also a good sign, because then it shows that there was something for everyone, you know? But then this is also good if you can't tell which is your favorite, because you enjoyed all of them. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mini Bunchy 2012. From the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. Big ups to Mr. Pekiarovich. Thank you. I actually think you're a great DM. It all flows naturally. Thank you so much. Big ups to Iron Takodachi. Big ups to Gen Ei. Thank you, thank you. Sorry for poor English. No, you're fine. Good English, thank you. Big ups to John A. Big ups to Elsie Le Pen. Big ups to Phil. Big ups to Need More Daka. Big ups to Huang Arthur. Big ups to Sean Brown. Big ups to Rithik. Heck yeah. Big ups to Banuka in a shoe. Big ups to Tentacle7336. And a big ups to Tony. Tony Bones. Thank you, Tony Bones, for the Aka Spa. Tony Bones, what it do? Thank you so much. Tony Bones, I think you'll be the last one that we read for tonight, because we gotta run off to, we have to run off to the premiere. But thankfully, guys, I think we're 80% done. We're 80% through tonight's Super Chat, so we got through a good chunk of them. For tomorrow, after Cursed ASMR, it should be no problem. It'll be a no-brainer, you guys. Thankfully. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys, but we're crawling through them. Just gotta make sure that I'm not streaming at the same time of the YouTube thingy. Tony Bones says, it's amazing that you set up so many scenarios that might never get used, but still end up improvising so much on the spot. Even more impressed that you make it hard to tell what's planned and what's improvised. Being a GM is a lot more work than I previously thought. It is quite a bit of work. Usually, before a stream, I plan like a good evening or like 5 hours of hardcore planning. Like sitting down and really writing stuff up. Because you gotta have plan Bs and plan Cs and plan Ds and whatnot. And even then, plan Z might get used. You know? It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough, you guys, I gotta say. But it's rough in a good way, and it's fun. It's fun to improvise, and it's fun to come up with new, interesting ways to tackle problems and issues that may arise. So, honestly, I'm glad that you enjoy and that it's hard for you to tell. Me being able to tell you afterwards what was planned and what wasn't makes for fun just chatting material, I will say. It is kind of fun to be like, hey guys, guess what? This wasn't planned. I did this off the top of my head. And then it's interesting to see how people sometimes get shocked saying, huh? But then other people can kind of predict, I think. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys keep enjoying the TTRPG and everything that we all have planned, and the girls and their journey, and what kind of crazy shenanigans are going to unfold. Session 1 is going to be nuts. Oh man. Instead of the usual 5 hours, I'm actually taking a whole day to plan that out, to plan that bad boy, to make sure that it goes off really well, and that we have planned Z's, and then we go into plan numbers after the letters. Just a whole bunch of different options for them to take. I want it to be an open world experience for them. Anyway, thank you guys so much for enjoying. YouTube Music Weekend is about to premiere, you guys. I hope to go see you there. In the premiere. I'm gonna be in the chat. I'm gonna be watching it. I worked really hard on that show. There's a special little performance in there for you guys. So definitely go check it out. Anyway, I'm your Mori. Hope you'll remember me. Catch you on the flip side. We got a collab tomorrow and Cursed ASMR. I guess I'll see you then. Yeah, that's all. Bye-bye! Say goodbye, the end. I'm not sorry, but I wanna see you again sometime. A song in my heart, a world of worry falling on your mind. Wait, don't we leave it all behind? この瞬間が宝物。君たちと私いつまでも今日も生きてよかったと言ったら幸せ。So say goodbye. La da da da. See you again sometime. A song in my heart. この瞬間が宝物。また君に会いたいと言ったら幸せ。Signing off. Peace! Go to YouTube Music Weekend. Fuck it. 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 Fuck it.